Yeah, so I can't believe that it's actually been 16 years since we actually started recording the Haydn quartets for Hyperion, and we've got right the way through to Opus 77 number 2, his last complete quartet, and the Seven Last Words, which was on the last disc, and it's been an incredible adventure to explore this music over the years, and it just is simply the greatest music ever written for string quartet. It's just the richest, most wonderful source of inspiration that anyone could have the pleasure to spend their life exploring. So that's been incredible. And now to come to Beethoven from that angle is absolutely fascinating, because, of course, it's the same angle that Beethoven came to Beethoven. He, of course, knew the Haydn quartets inside out when he started. And his first set of 6 must have been a very daunting prospect to put the pen on the paper. But he certainly, you can see the influences and the way that he must have taken certain elements, and his undying respect for Haydn is very, very evident. One of the things that I love to look at on the Beethoven House Bonn digital website, which, in case you don't know, it is an incredible resource, is Beethoven's manuscript version of him writing out the slow movement of Haydn's Opus 20 number 1 slow movement. And you can see the care that he takes in attending to every single detail. And if you've ever written out a manuscript of a score, I mean, if you've ever written out a score by your own hand, you learn so much from doing it, just putting your own pen on the paper and just seeing how it all fits together. And it's almost like you can see his mind working in that, like, what is he doing? How did he manage to do that? And just entering that universe and then taking his own path from that entrance point. So from our point of view, playing it, it's also an amazing kind of journey to explore from that starting point. And to play this music in this wonderful place here, the Art Workers Guild, where you sense that feeling that the amount of care that's been given from all of these wonderful, the names that are around the top of the walls here, represent an amazing amount of care about making something, creating something really beautiful. And I think there's something just incredibly inspiring to be in this place where all those people have given all of that care in the way that the composers did, and that we can also follow that pattern and just care about this great music as much as possible and share that with an audience who also cares about it. It's a wonderful thing to do. People tend to talk a lot, I think, and write a lot about concepts like early Haydn, late Haydn, early Beethoven, late Beethoven. But in a sense, of course, they didn't have an idea that they were writing early Haydn or late Haydn or early Beethoven or late Beethoven. They were just following a kind of course of understanding that came to them, and partly, in Beethoven's case, of course, influenced by Haydn, but influenced by so many things, and other music that they were writing, other music that they were playing or directing, or operas, or things that were never intended for public performance, theatre works. There's such a rich kind of cultural understanding, and I think it's easy from our point of view, hundreds of years later, to look back and see it as a kind of developmental line. And in the case of Haydn, I think it's often spoken about as though you can detect the progress that he made, and the late quartets are the culmination of something. But in fact, I really don't see it like that, and I would really feel strongly that the early quartets are an absolutely complete art form. I mean, as it happens, we're focusing on the late quartets at the moment because they are contemporaneous with Beethoven's first quartets. But this is a sort of a form of art which is complete in itself, absolutely every single step of the way through his writing career. And or writing life, I should say. It's not a career, it's a life, it's an inspiration, it's an art form. And I really feel strongly that I want to recommend to everyone that you really do explore all of the Haydn quartets and all of the symphonies and all of the baritone trios. This is incredible music, and it will enrich your life immensely, I promise. Absolutely. It's a money back guarantee.